Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel, and it is home time for me. I am coming home today. Today is home day, so we're going to kick it off for you with a review. So we've had top 5 week, we've had World of Dummies week, so we are going to get back to those reviews. And today we're going to have another look at the Concept 1B. So when this tank first was introduced to the game, obviously it cost a lot of money. People had to pay a lot of money to get this tank, and some people considered this broken. Some people considered it extremely overpowered. People like Driddle said it was broken. Nothing wrong with that. If he thinks the tank's broken, then that is his opinion. However, I didn't. I have never said that this tank is broken. Now, there's a reason I haven't said that this tank is broken, and I'm going to continue to say that this tank isn't broken. Now, hold down. If you're in a hold down position, this tank is broken, but that is it. That is it. You can say if the Badger is hold down, it is a broken tank. There's other tanks out there. The E5, hold down, it can be broken. It can be a broken tank because that is the best playstyle of this tank. But in the open, or when you're not in a hold down position, this tank is just an average tank. And I'm going to stick to my original review on this tank. It's a very strong tank. Yes, it is a very strong tank. But I wouldn't say it is broken or overpowered in any way, unless it is in a hold down position and the enemy allow you to be in that position for the whole entire game. If an enemy's in front of you not moving and you're behind a rock, or if you're behind a ridge and they're letting you stay there, then of course you're going to have a very, very fun battle. If you're on mines or anything like that and the enemy are just staying the other side of the hill whilst you're the other side, then yeah, you're going to have a fun game. But stat wise, on paper, it's not a broken tank. It's not a fantastic tank. It's all right. It's not bad. So the turret is 250 millimeters, not the best of turrets going by on paper, but it is such a strong tank, so strong that it is almost impossible to penetrate it. There is literally hardly any weak points at all in that turret. So if you have got this tank, or if you're thinking about getting this tank when it next comes available, you have to play this in a hold down position. If you can't, then it's not going to perform well. It's not going to perform well. So the DPM 2651, not bad. Okay, DPM, not the best, but it's all right. Reload is 8.6, penetration 271 on your AP, and 341 on your heat. Now, I am running calibrated shells because the AP pen isn't that great if you remove the calibrated shells, but the heat is perfectly fine. You'll get through anything with that. Damage, it has a 380 alpha, 330 on your heat, and 500 on your HE. Aim time 3.1, dispersion 0.326, and it does have a nice 10 degrees of gun depression to go with that amazing turret. So we're just going to get into some games. I mean, these are not like amazing games. I've actually seen a screenshot today, which by the time you see this video, like 2 weeks ago, of someone on in my Discord server of doing just over 2,800 damage, and it gets an ace in this tank. Of course, not a lot of people are playing this tank because it was very hard to get. But whenever you join a game, whenever you join a battle, always try and find these hold down positions. Now, this game here, this match here, I could go right. I mean, I know I'm the only heavy tank, and there's only a couple of heavy tanks. I could have gone right, but if I go right, I've got no hold down positions, and that 50 TP over there would just be able to annihilate me, especially if they are running the tungsten shells as well. So the best bet for me is to come this side of the map, because there are a lot of dunes that I can go into a hold down position in. So of course the T22 there, we're going to try to clear him, but 285 alpha. 285 alpha for a heavy tank, that isn't great. That wasn't great. You expect to do more alpha than that. I expected to kill the T22 there, but he does die eventually, and now it is just one tank down a piece. So now I've got the Object 268 in front of me. Now all I want to do is show him my turret, and as you can see there, he will not be able to pen me. Now that was stupid. I zoomed out as I shot. That was my own miss, my own fault. But now I'm spotted. I know that the Object 268 is there. I want want to stay in this hold down position, because currently in this position, all he can see is my turret, and that is what I want him to see. That is all I want him to see. But as soon as he's starting to back up, I know he'd be able to see more of my hull. Now, you've got no armor on your hull. Literally, you've got nothing. So you have to avoid being shot on your hull. Always try to get in that hold down position, which is what you're going to see this game. Now, I don't finish with amazing damage. No, of course I don't. But it's not about massive damage. It's about playing the tank as it should be played. Trying to teach you guys, if you've got this tank, how to get this tank effectively into a position that it can do well in. And of course, I'm just waiting and waiting. This poor Jaegeru there just was impatient. No idea why he went up like that, and he gets wrecked. So you can see I'm not going to push forward, because if I start pushing forward, then I'm no longer in a good position. If these guys come over the hill, I'll be in kind of like a hold down position, and there'll be nothing that they can do. So yeah, the T92E1, I have spotted the T92E1, so I need to go for him, because if I ignore him, he's just going to get behind and he's just going to absolutely tear us apart. So I need to stop him in his tracks. So I'm going to wait for him, and we're going to shoot and get 400 alpha. That is a bit different compared to the 280 that we got earlier against the T22. So the reload is actually pretty good on this tank, if I'm honest. It's not bad. Obviously, that was a bit of a bad miss, and you can see I'm just going forward because I know that if I don't go hold down, he can get that shot, and he did get that shot, a very, very easy shot. But I'm going to ignore him for now, because I really want to keep my T95 alive as long as possible. And now I know that there are 2 one-shots over there. We're losing on supremacy points, we're losing on tanks, and we really need to clear them guys. But, you know, we don't. We're going to end up with a loss here. But this game, I just wanted to show you, because you have to get into these positions. If you don't get into these positions, honestly, you're not going to perform well. And when I first played the tank, I did say that, actually, do you know what? This tank isn't even that great. And then I can't remember who I was talking to. I think it was actually Droodles. And he said, like, dude, you need to get into a hold down position. So I went to play it again. And he was right. He is right. You have to get into that hold down position. If you don't, it is just an average tank. So for Droodles to say it's broken, I totally disagree with him. But I understand him saying it's broken. Now, I did say, we had a conversation about this, me and Droodles after. And you got to bear in mind, a lot of people that will be playing this tank are not at Droodles' level. Droodles is a fantastic player. Not everyone is at Droodles' level. Most people will actually be sort of average, around 48%. So can you imagine a 48% player, or even lower, doing well in this tank? No, unless they get into a hold down position. And that is what they need to do. So for Droodles to say it's broken, yes, it's broken for him, because he knows exactly how to play this tank. You can see there, we're not in a hold down position. We get wrecked from the Sheridan. And that is what I mean about this tank. It only ever performs well if you are hold down. If you're not hold down, you're going to get ripped apart. Again there, the Sheridan didn't even have to aim. He didn't even have to aim, and he still penetrates me. So now I've got the FV215B in front. I'm not bothered about the FV215B, but Object 704, who comes from the side, absolutely wrecks me, which is a shame. We do get a lucky bounce there, lucky 600 bounce there, which is unfortunate. I was hoping that the Object 907, the Object 704 wouldn't come, because if he wouldn't have if he wouldn't have came, then I would be able to bully that FV215B, because he wouldn't be able to penetrate me. He wouldn't have the gun depression to get up, and for him to get that gun depression, he'd have to turn his tank sideways, which then would be just an easy pen for me. So the Object 704 is a one shot. I'm not worried about him at the moment. I'm going to wait for the FV215B to shoot and then poke out, and I'm going to get my shot. And again, I'm just going to go over this hill. Nothing. Again, in this position, I can't be penned. It will be very, very lucky for the enemy team if they do manage to pen me when I'm in this position. So I got lucky there again with the IS-7, misses his shot. But again, you can see, like, we've only bounced 600, and that bit bounce that we got was, I don't know who, I think it was from the 60 TP. But we got lucky. That was a lucky bounce. Other than that, we haven't bounced anything because we haven't been able to play the game the way this tank needs you to play the game. The same as here. We're going to push the IS-7 with my team, with the grill. I have a couple of heavies there, and I'm not in that kind of position where I can bounce shots. Of course, I had to go down because otherwise I'm going to get shot from the 60 TP. I'd rather get shot from the IS-7 than the 60 TP because I could potentially die. So me dropping down, taking that shot from the IS-7 actually saved my life. So we're still up to 3.4k damage. It is now a 5 versus 2, but I'm a bit, you know, we're losing on supremacy points. So we need to take these guys out very, very quickly. There's a Kranwagen up there that is almost full hit points, and they still have 2 bases. So 600 bounce, 600 block damage, that is all I have got this game, which is nothing because I wasn't able to get myself in that hold down position. Again, that there was a lucky bounce. I could have easily been penetrated on my hull, that shot, but I got lucky again, and I still stay alive for one more shot into the Kranwagen, which just vanishes. So we still end on 4.6k damage, which is still a decent amount of damage, but I will stick by my word. I will stick by my guns. What I said in my original review on this tank, it is a super strong tank in the right situation, but if you're not in the right situation, it is just an average tank. Let me know your thoughts. Now this tank has been out for a while, do you still think this tank is broken, or do you just think it's a super strong tank, or do you just think it's shit? You might think it's a shit tank. Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With